Hi, heroes. All right. My name is David Ada, your presenter for today. And we have our judge here, Madam Mina. All right. As I said, we are writing for or against the motion. Private school is better than a government school. Let's welcome our first contestant to come on stage. Her name is Augustina Erama. Let's welcome her as she comes on stage.
I greet you all, Mr. Chairman, panel of judges, co-debaters, ladies and gentlemen. I go by the name Augustina COFFIE, and I stand for the motion that private schools are better than government schools. There are many schools in the world, but I prefer private schools than public schools. And there are reasons why I say private schools are better than public schools. And they are near Dinkaino. Private school ni esiesie ne ho kama eko school enso public school ni etumi siesie ne ho seni osifa pa bia eko school na to sumienu private school ni endi agro bebre ofa ne homa esua ade esua bibia until se bibia be ka ni trim private ni etwa sokra no. Private school ni ehunyansa wa adisua mu 10 times in public school ni. These are the reasons why I say private schools are better than government school. Thank you.
Put your hands together.
Augustina, I like everything you did today, but it's very short. Next time, write it. I like the way you mix the Ghanaian language and the English. You've done very well. But next time, make sure you add more to it.
Let's welcome our second person, the second contestant to come on stage. She goes by the name MAKYLA ANIMA. Put your hands together for her.
You are all welcome to the Classic Talk Show. Mr. Chairman, judges, fellow debaters, ladies and gentlemen, my name is MAKYLA ANIMA. I stand for the motion that private schools are better than government schools. Firstly, private schools are often held back by a lack of funding, but provide resources that children need to learn. Secondly, private schools provide higher degree safety for children than public schools. Thirdly, private schools are one of the best places for children to quality education. These are the reasons why I say private schools are better than government schools. Thank you.
Right. I like the way you were using the stage, and I like your points. They were good, but very short. Next time, please add more to it.
The next person on the list, SHERIFA to ALHASSAN. Let's put our hands together for her as she comes on stage.
Greetings, Mr. Chairman, panel of judges, ladies and gentlemen. My name is SHERIFA to ALHASSAN. I school at Akpoma Model Basic School to School. I stand against the motion that private school is better than government school. Mr. Chairman, indeed, private school has the best saying of language. Example, English language, and also good environment to study. I stand against the motion before the House that government school is more important than private school. One, because government school has qualified teachers, and also government school has an institute set up and managed by government school. Thank you.
SHERIFA to ALHASSAN. We are writing a debate. First, you said you stand for the motion. Then second, you say you stand against the motion. Please, if you are writing a debate, you choose one, then you write it. Okay. Next time, please check it for us.
The next person on the list is Francisca Akoli.
Mr. Chairman, panel of judges, co-debaters, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. My name is Francisca Akoli. I stand firm for public school. The reason why I stand for public school is public school teachers are well educated. Public school also puts God-fearing in us. Public school show us our way in future. Disadvantages of private school. Private school just take any teachers that that they employ. Even even some teach, even some teachers do not handle the students like their own child. Thank you.
Francesca, we are supposed to write a debate, but it's like you were just listing points for us. Please, next time, sit down, take your time and write it well. Yeah.
Next person on the list is Aisha. Okay, let's invite her to come on stage.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chairman, panel of judges, co-debaters, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Aisha Abubakar. I stand for the motion private schools are important than government schools. If we say private schools are more important than government schools, how do you understand it? Most families don't get time to take their children to school and bring them back home. Government schools start from KG to JHS, but private school can start from crèche to JHS. Most parents don't have time to take care of their children. This is the reason why we take our children to private schools, because they have good teachers and they have good teachers who can take care of their children. But private schools, you take your child to school and the teacher doesn't have time for the child. Private school doesn't have a lot of students in the class as much as government school. There can be 200 students in one class, which if the teacher teaches, they don't understand. Thank you.
Aisha, you've done well, but there's a little grammatic error. Please check it for us. And no conclusion here. Next time, write it well and then conclude well for us.
The next person on the list, we have John Chris. Let's invite him to come.
Mr. Chairman, panel of judges, accurate timekeeper, invited guests, colleagues, co-debaters, ladies and gentlemen, my name is John Chris MENSAH. I am here to debate on a point: private school is more important than public school, which I stand against. First, Mr. Chairman, firstly, I would like to state that public school attracts the best teachers. This is public school take teachers who have completed training college, teachers who have degrees, and teachers who are qualified for teaching. Secondly, public schools are not expensive. This is because public schools are mostly ruled by the government, and they are not usually expensive, like the free SHS that has come. Some SHS students don't even pay their bills because of the free SHS. Thirdly, public school has more facilities. Public school doesn't ask you to buy anything, but if you go to some private schools, they can ask you to buy books, toilet roll, pen, pencil, marker, duster, and so on. But if you go to public school, they will all be given to you. Thank you.
John Chris, you have the points, but your explanation is very bad. Well, what happened? And you didn't conclude your debate. Next time when they give it to you, please sit down, take your time, and write it well.
All right, let's invite Magdalene MENSAH.
Mr. Chairman, Chairperson, co-debaters, accurate timekeepers, panel of judges, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Magdalene McCaffrey, a student from West Legon Academy. I am here to recite a debate about the reasons why I think private schools are more important than government schools. Firstly, I would like to say that private schools have a safer learning environment than government schools. The reasons why I say this is that when you go to some government schools, you will could see particles of wood, metal, nails on the ground, which the students accidentally may slip, trip and fall, which they may get injured. But when you go to some private schools, the compounds are well cemented, and so there are no particles of wood or anything on the ground. Secondly, I would like to say that in private schools, the teachers teach better than in public schools. The reasons why I say this is that when you go to some public schools, because of the huge amount of population of students in the classroom, teachers find it difficult to teach the students so that all of them would understand. But in private schools, because of the little amount of populations of the class, the teachers find it easier for the children to understand whatever they taught. Thirdly, I would like to say that students in private schools are more civilized than in public schools. The reason why I say this is that sometimes when you go to public schools, because of the law the president has made that the children should not be punished, anytime students do something bad, teachers don't bother about it, which makes the students not learn from their mistakes. But when you go to private schools, the teachers are strict on the students. If they rather help the students to learn, so when the students do something bad, they help the students so that the students will learn from their mistakes. It is understandable that public schools are cheaper than private schools, but as the saying goes, nothing good comes easier. And secondly, too, it is understandable that in public schools the teachers they have degrees, but not all the teachers in public schools that have degrees teach best. Mr. Chairman, Chairperson, co-debaters, thank you for listening to my debate about the reason why I think private schools are better than public schools.
Madeleine, you've done very, very well, except for little mistakes. But you've done very well. So far, so good.
Okay, let's welcome Matilda Chronica as she comes on stage.
Mr. Chairman, judges, fellow debaters, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Matilda Chronica, and I stand against the motion that private schools are better than government schools. First, private schools teach very well. Second, private schools give good food to their children. Third, private schools teachers give homework to their children. These are the reasons why I say that private schools are better than government schools. Thank you.
Matilda, so far this is your best performance. But there's a but. You were supposed to write the debate, but it's like you were just giving us the point. Next time, please sit down, write it well for us. But so far, you've done very well.
The next person on the list is Judith Boating. Let's welcome Judith Boating.
Good evening, Mr. Chairman, panel of judges, distinguished guests, co-debaters, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Judith Boating, a student of West Legon Academy. Today, I am here to express my view for the motion of the given topic for debate. I believe that private schools are more important than public schools. Firstly, higher academic standard. Academic standard refers to the achievement of a student and the standard set to be met. The standard set of a student would include the pass mark of an examination. Secondly, excursions. Private schools has been going for excursions to learn and explore them more things. Thirdly, private schools has been doing such things such as career day, graduations, cadets, PE, and other things. Thank you all for listening to my words. Thank you.
Judith, You've done well, but please next time add more to it for us.
Okay, let's welcome Sherifa DAVORDZI to come on stage.
Afternoon, Mr. Chairman, panel of judges, my co-debaters, ladies and gentlemen, my name is SHERIFA DAVORDZI. I school at Ray King Jesus International School. I stand for the motion. Private schools are better than government school. These are the reasons why private schools are better than government school. First, private school improves standard of living in children. Secondly, private school do not have limited syllabus. Thirdly, private school generate funds to improve the school. These are the reasons why I stand for the motion that private schools are better than government schools. Thank you.
Oh, okay, you've done well. Just a little, but make sure you add more to it next time.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Gertrude Nakai. Mr. Chairman, judges, fellow debaters, accurate timekeeper. Ladies and gentlemen, I stand for the motion. Private schools are better than government schools. Firstly, private schools smaller class sizes, more individual attention, and each student prefers to learn. Secondly, private schools can offer better securities of each student prefers to learn. This is the reason why I say private schools are better than government schools. Thank you.
Gertrude, today you've done very well. I like the points you gave. Just that next, you didn't explain your points. Next time, please explain your point for us, okay? Okay.
All right, the next person on the line is Elizabeth. CHRONICA.
Greetings, Mr. Chairman, panel of judges, co-debaters, ladies and gentlemen. Today, I stand before you to express my views for the motion given topic for debate. I believe that private schools are better than public schools. First of all, private schools have better individual learning experience. Secondly, unlike the public schools, private schools have more facilities. Thirdly, private schools have fewer students in their class. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, panel of judges.
Let's invite our last contestant, EMMANUELLA ODURO BONSU.
Good evening, Mr. Chairman, panel of judges, co-debaters, ladies and gentlemen. My name is EMMANUELLA ODURO BONSU. I'm here to talk about why private schools are important than public schools. Private schools are important because they have everything. Why do we say they have everything? They have all the care that a child needs, but for public schools they do not, because they do not even care for the child. They do not even have time for the children. But for private schools, they have all the care and time for the children. But for public schools, they do not. One, it makes us confident about whatever we want to do. 2, it makes us overcome fear. 3, it helps us to learn. It helps us to learn more about everything. Thank you.
Please, next time, sit down, write your points well, write it well for us.
This is High Heroes. High Heroes. High Heroes. Next week, we are going to evict again. and it's going to be based on ticket sales and online voting.